Hey, welcome back to the show. Great to have you with me. Click that subscribe button, please. Let's build this channel up. It doesn't cost you anything. Just a quick click might help me generate some revenue in the future here if we can build up a subscriber base, get some views going. Let me know if you like what you're hearing. Any comments, questions, problems, debates, concerns. Don't be shy. Like the video, tell your friends and family. I really appreciate the support. All right, I want to talk about Stamford, Connecticut today. You can look around the city and you can see decades of poor planning, and has made driving around Stamford a challenge. And with increased population since the COVID lockdowns, it's become only worse. Some traffic patterns are hysterically bad. Reddit even has a meme about Stamford intersections. It's under Stamford CT sub. It's titled Intersections of Stamford. Just hilarious. And it's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It shows about 20 of the craziest intersections that are in Stamford that make moving around Stamford pretty complicated, and during rush hour, really complicated. Lots of backups, lots of traffic delays. You can sit in lines of 16 to 25 cars at a red light across Stamford. And so it's really funny to look at. Check it out, Stamford CT, Reddit sub-account, Intersections of Stamford. I went and found these intersections on Google Maps and took some screenshots. Let's take a look at some of these crazy intersections. So take a look at this one. This is on the south side of the Amtrak and Metro North rail lines going towards Chapin. This is Elm Street, Jefferson Street, McGee Avenue. Look at this crazy intersection right here. Hopefully you can see my mouse on the camera. That's just a mess, this thing here. You take a right here, you got cars coming out here. You can't take a left off of this street right here. Really bad. Next, we have Harbor Point. This is a very, very busy intersection between Pacific Street and Harbor Point Road. You have four very large condos here, a bunch of restaurants. Insane disruptions by the delivery food app drivers just blocking this intersection constantly. And you can see Harbor Point Road is in two sections here. So again, another messy, poorly planned out intersection. Now, when we think about these intersections, remember, the Northeast is relatively old, right? We're talking hundreds of years here of maybe cart paths, walking paths, animal paths that ultimately become roads, right? As we progress through the years. And let's face it, late 19th century, early 20th century, wasn't a lot of city planners on the payroll at the mayor's office. Here's another one here. This is in downtown Stamford. This is kind of in the restaurant district. Here's Atlantic Avenue, Main Street. You have Summer Street here, Clark Street, and then West Park Place going out to Washington Boulevard. Look at this chaos right here. Next, we have Bridge Street, Silkwater Road, Holloway Drive. This is on the west side of town. You have this funky intersection right here where if you want to take a left on Stillwater to get over to Hallwell and off of Hallwell onto Stillwater over to Bridge. This green is from the Brennan Golf Course, a decent golf course. A little messy around the edges, not too bad. It's an up and down course. Got to keep your head on a swivel. Watch out for golf balls. Next, we have this peculiar one. This is in southern Stamford, so Chapin Point. You got Verplank, you got Ocean Drive West, Ocean Drive East, Chapin Avenue. Look at this, how poorly planned this is. Notice the beautiful homes here at Chapin. Then we have another one. This is on the west side of town. We have Long Ridge Road, Buckingham Drive, Stillwater Road, Roxbury Road. Look at this funky intersection. Look at this right here. Getting out onto Long Ridge or getting off of Long Ridge onto Stillwater. Just a mess. Then we have, okay, this is again downtown Stamford. This is right in the proper downtown area. Bedford Street, Prospect Street, Forest Street, Spring Street. So you got Spring, Bedford, Forest right here, Prospect. It is a mess. Prospect's one way this way. Forest is two ways. People cut through this parking lot to take a right on Forest to avoid the light here at Bedford. Very messy and often blocked by delivery trucks, delivery app drivers. You got a couple bars right here. A lot of double parking happens over here. Here we have kind of more on the east side of town. We have Church Street, Clingham Place, Glenbrook Road. Look at this complicated intersection. Look at this thing right here. This is a curve. This comes over to Glenbrook. Glenbrook takes a right. You got Church Street here. Just horrible layout. Then we have, this is Hazel and Main Street. This is on the west side of town. You have Spruce Street right here. You have Hazel here. I think this is a continuation of Spruce right here. Notice, look at the continuation of Spruce. It's not even straight. And they've got another street coming out here. This is moving over towards the west side of town, the Home Depot area, another shopping district where there's a ShopRite and a huge plaza with some retail and other restaurants. Okay, this is the Five Corners. Look at this insanity. Look at this intersection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Prospect Street, Grove Street, Hillendale Avenue. This becomes Strawberry Hill Avenue and Hoyt Avenue. Police department is down here on the left. Condo here, condo here. This unbelievably crazy parking lot with a Dunkin' Donuts, a convenience store, then John's Pizza. By the way, John's Pizza, pretty good pizza in Stamford. I put it in the top 5 for sure, John's Pizza. Tiny little place, busy as hell. Good guys. Anyway, look at this ridiculous intersection. And people just abuse this intersection. People want to take a left off of Grove onto Hoyt, run through this red light regularly. It's messy. Here we have, okay, so now we're over near Cortlandt Avenue. We're an exit on and off 95. This is on the east side of town, over near the McDonald's on East Main Street. So you have the off-ramp from 95 here. You have the on-ramp to 95 here. You have Cortlandt Avenue and then East Main Street. It is a mess. Got to have your head on a swivel, ready to go anytime. And it can take a while to get to this intersection. All right, this is East Main Street and Broad Street, kind of in downtown area, west of what we just looked at, but still on the east side of town. You got Lyndale Street here. You have East Main Street coming here. You have Broad Street here. This is actually an extension of Tresser Boulevard right here. Look at the lines. Look at the arrows. Look at the lanes to move. Then when you go here to the right, you have to go left or right. Another horrible planned intersection. Okay, this is northwest of the city. Echo Hill Drive, Old Long Ridge Road, Rock Rimmon. Look at this intersection. Good God. This whole little process right here. All right, this is over southeast of the city, near the river, south of the Amtrak and Metro North Railroad tracks, Pulaski Street, Greenwich Avenue, Waterside Place. Got a roundabout here, Davenport Street. I'm not a fan of this 10-year effort I've seen in the Northeast of putting in these roundabouts. Spare me. We're not Europe. All right, here's another funky intersection, kind of in just north of the downtown area. This is the old police station right here, this grass lot. Large housing complex here, a little strip mall right here. By the way, not a bad little Chinese restaurant right here, Chopsticks. It's really dirty, so you know what? Dirty Chinese restaurants usually pretty good. Here's the courthouse for Stamford in the parking lot. Anyway, you've got Morgan Avenue here, Hoyt Street, Bedford Street, Hoyt Street, Bedford Street. Look at this right here, this little 100-yard section. Look at all these crosswalks, people coming from both directions. This is coming from the 5 points I just showed you. Another horribly planned intersection. Here's another one on the southern side of the city, on the east side, east side of the city, Eli Place, Hamilton Avenue, Culloden Road. Look at this right here, this whole section, right? You got to come from over here, over here, over here, over here, over here. Just a mess. Again, poorly planned. Here's one of the worst. This is just north of downtown areas, kind of middle Stamford, heading up way up to North Stamford on High Ridge Road. Got Long Ridge Road right here. This right here coming from the right is Bedford Street. Then you got Cold Spring Road here that takes over to Washington Boulevard, points west. And then if you continue on High Ridge, this becomes Summer Street right here. Look at this insane intersection. Bunch of restaurants here, Frank Pepe's Pizza, Whole Foods, there's a CVS, Snack Shack, Cold House Pizza, another good pizza joint in Stamford. But just look at this crazy intersection. Head on a swivel, can take a lot of time to get through there during rush hour, just craziness. So points north here and points south here. So I always found those pictures in that infographic I talked to you about to be very funny and reflects poor planning, reflects poor city management. And again, we're talking decades and decades of time for this to develop, but no real effort to correct these things, no real effort to fix these things. That's all I have for you right now. Always try to buy American.